Here, you should already know. And we're going to get going. Let me just get the formal YouTube intro out of the way. And we will go. All right. Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you are doing well. We are here for an exclusive conversation with Mr. Boom 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 himself, Mr. Westside Gunn. New Project 10 is out now. We're going to be talking about that and anything else that comes up in the conversation. First off, thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate your presence.
Nah, man, it's all love. You already know, man. Decided. I'm missing wrestling for this, so that's big, man. I had to stop wrestling to do this. So that's a respect thing.
Thank you. That was actually going to be part of the conversation, of course. Off the bat, 10 is out. It's been out for a few days now. What are you sort of reading and seeing as far as the reception so far? Are you happy with the love that it's getting?
Of course, album of the year. I mean, I agree. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, of course I'm going to say that about myself, you know what I'm saying? Because I know the work I put in behind it. But, people fucking with it tough, you know what I'm saying? So I thank all the fans for showing the love and the support.
To go into some of the philosophy behind the project and the sequencing and a host of other things, just off the bat, what kind of went into your decision to, if we're taking it in the series that we're to assume it's a part of, like, why jump from like 8 to 10? What was kind of like your reasoning behind that?
I mean, again, Side B is considered 9. I mean, that is the 9th project.
Technically,
you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, technically it is the 9th project. It didn't come out the same as Side A. It came out a month later.
Right.
Whole different sound, whole different look.
Right.
Different vibe. A whole new album. Yeah, it was a whole new album. You know what I'm saying? Side A is not even comparable.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's just, I figured that was 9. And then also 10, that's why I'm naming it 10, because this is also the 10-year anniversary. You see what I'm saying? The first came out in 12, so this is the 10-year anniversary. I wanted to just, end the series with doing 10 projects on the 10th year.
Right. Is there anything other than just kind of like the time you've put in, that round number, that kind of has led you to decide to kind of end the series with this one, end it here? Or, are there other kind of factors that kind of went into your decision to just kind of like, call this finito as far as like, doing an 11th, the 12th, the 13th?
Yeah, I mean, that's getting carried away with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I already made it to 10, so it's just like, nah, I got to end it right there. You know what I'm saying? But it just it looked good. I'm a heavy art guy. I feel, I base a lot of things on numbers as well. 10 just looks good. If I want to do a box set, 10 just looks good. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's the 10th year anniversary, and it just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? 11, 12, I might as well, I'm a creative dude. I can start a brand new series, or, who knows how long I'm going to even be rapping for to even want to do another series. You know what I'm saying? I still got, awesome guy. You know what I mean? FLYGOD is an awesome guy. So,
right.
I got part 1 and 2. So if I was going to do anything else, I'd make it a third one and have that a trilogy. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So I'm done with the series. I already really was done. But like I said, it just made sense being the 10th year anniversary. I would have had to celebrate it regardless. That's where I started from. So I might as well give them a project.
Speaking of the fact that you do have kind of these, at least before having ended it with this one, that you have had like these different series flowing throughout your catalog. In your mind up until this point, if I were to ask you this question last year, like what would you say artistically or philosophically goes into a FLYGOD record as opposed to an HWH record? Like what exactly in your mind makes the series like their own kind of separate, expressions?
No, honestly, all the, the hair mask tapes, all of those was like around the same time. I did all of them at the end of September, top of October, every last year. It was just like energy. I really can't explain it. It's something that, you know, back when A3C was going on in Atlanta, the big music, hip hop festival.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I uh, spent a lot of times just making sure I was there, networking, building. You know what I'm saying? I used to hand out the first one, the second one, third one, just out to the people. You know what I'm saying? So just every year around that time, I cooked it during A3C. So uh, it just, like I said, it's just a tradition. Basically, it's that time. You know what I'm saying? And like, Awesome God was, July 5th. You know what I'm saying? That was a July 5th thing. So that's what I'm saying. It's always like, you know, uh, the Hermes tapes came out like Halloween every year. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a time. You feel me? The Awesome Gods come out, July 5th based upon, my Uncle Bacon. That's his birthday, rest in peace. So July 5th is his birthday. So I was dropping Awesome Gods on his birthday to show him a respect day, you know. And since I started Halloween with the first one, I just kept that tradition every year.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I mean, you're recording, kind of creating at certain times of the year, and you have different vibes in mind. So that kind of is what builds up the project.
Yeah, and then like also like FLYGOD album and Pray for Paris. I did those in March for Machine Gun, rest in peace. Like it's always, what Machine Gun do? I dropped on Black Friday, Machine Gun Black Friday.
Yeah.
Like the dates is always going with something that's, in my life.
Okay. No, I mean, that's really interesting that it all kind of like lines up on the calendar that way. I wanted to ask you about some of the production choices that you made on this record because, not for nothing, you and Griselda are like very well known for your production choices and sort of the very huge, eerie instrumentals that you typically ride on top of. But it seems like with this record, I mean, not only are we getting, surprise appearances from guys like Swizz Beatz, which is obviously really cool, but it seems like with the project overall, there's almost like this conscious decision to not abandon those old school aesthetics that you're known for embracing, but it seems like you are trying to go in a slightly different direction as maybe not to pigeonhole yourself or just get a different sound or a different vibe out there. It seems like the record is maybe sonically, at least in my opinion, just kind of like reacting to it, on the first listen, like a little lighter, a little, not quite as like heavy or grim in a way. Was that sort of a conscious effort that you made?
I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm literally just having fun, bro. You know what I'm saying? That starting off the project with a crazy RZA intro loop that's just insane with A.A. Rashid talking on it and then go straight into a trap record that's produced by my son. It's just the illest shit to me. You know what I'm saying? To go from RZA to my son, that's the illest shit to me. You feel me? So with Drama talking on it, giving it that gangster grill, Doughboy smoking it. It's just a vibe, something that people wasn't expecting that at all. Especially starting off an album. Like I could have went crazy with the Swiss record or the Pete Rock record or the Alchemist. Like, nah, I went with my son. You know what I'm saying? On a trap record to let you know, like, nah, we having fun right now. We just enjoying life, man. I'm at a good space.
Artistically and just like obviously with like working with your son in that way, which is, beautiful, which is great. Watching him grow up and kind of find his own way in music between the both of you, like what commonalities do you see in terms of like what you both like and what you both enjoy and what maybe you would both be apt to create as opposed to maybe what he's just into or what you're just into? Like, what things in your, from what you're seeing so far, speak more to him artistically than maybe you, but obviously it's your son and he's finding his own way and you respect it. But, what kind of commonalities and separations are you seeing there?
I mean, we don't really have no separations. That's FLYGOD Jr. You know what I'm saying? Been there since day one. Like, his whole life been this. You feel me? So, he been there. He's seen all sides of his dad. He's seen the street side of his dad. He's seen the prison side of his dad. He's seen the, trying to grind and, become a rapper dad. You know what I'm saying? The designer dad. Everything. He's, he been there, like I said, the whole way. So he FLYGOD Jr., man. He loved getting fly. He loved, hip hop. He tried to rhyme too, you know what I'm saying? And all of that. Like, only thing he do I don't do is play video games. I don't play video games. He over there playing video games right now. That's the only thing. I haven't played video games in at least 15, 20 years, man.
Well,
Long time.
let me know if you ever start. I wanted to ask you some. I wanted to ask you some quick questions about what you're missing for this. Wrestling. I guess off the bat, what wrestling would you have been watching instead of doing this interview?
AEW, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Wrestling. Shout out to Chris Jericho. You know what I'm saying? I got him on the clip on the album, man. And he's shouting me out. You know what I'm saying? And he tweeted the other day, you know what I mean? He was featured on the album. So, he's showing the love and promoting the album as well. So shout out to AEW, shout out to Chris Jericho, shout out to Daniel Garcia, you know what I'm saying? Red Death, the last song, the Alchemist record, Red Death, is named after Daniel Garcia. You know what I'm saying? And I performed and brought him out to the ring when he won the championship. That's my guy, man, Buffalo Kids.
I wanted to ask this, but since you mentioned it, maybe I'll jump into it. And maybe it's a bit too forward, but like, how much money would AEW have to throw at you to get you in the ring?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
Nah, because some things is worth more than money.
The glory.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, man, it's not about me even getting in the ring, man. Them already showing me love is enough.
That's true.
You feel me? Me bring to the ring, when I sit front row, they shout me out now. That's all I ever wanted. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be in the ring and be a part of the show. Just acknowledge me and respect that. The biggest wrestling fans in the world, and I do invest thousands of dollars monthly to sit front row. You feel me? So, just respect that. And they do. So that's why, shout out to them for real.
I wanted to ask you because, a lot of the most iconic moments where I do and other people have heard, like, obviously like promo cuts and clips from various wrestlers over the years and your stuff. I mean, a lot of that material comes from an era that I remember pretty vividly when I was a kid. And, just wanted to ask straight up, is there a particular era, set of years, or franchise that in your mind like stands out as your favorite, or like the matches and again just the years that maybe you look upon most fondly or most nostalgically?
I mean, honestly, I loved all the years, bro. They all meant something. You know what I'm saying? Like when you really like involved in it, you know what I'm saying? You could go, different eras is just different times even in your life. Like thinking of, the Hulk Hogan's and Ultimate Warriors. I could think about going to my Aunt Jenny house, rest in peace. You feel me? It's like different times, you know what I'm saying? High school, NWO, you know what I'm saying? In that era, like that was the illest shit, period. You feel me? WCW, like the war between WWF and, WCW back then, like that Monday Night War, you flicking back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Hogan leaving, when Hogan was the biggest thing in the world and he switched promotions, that was like crazy, you know what I'm saying? And I always was a big Scott Hall fan, like, me and Conway go by Hall and Nash, you know what I'm saying? Like, we always was big NWO fans. So that's my favorite era, of course, because it's never been done before. It never will be. You know what I'm saying? People will try, but it's never been done again. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like what Griselda is right now, man. We didn't do NWO. You know what I mean?
Are there any matches that as a wrestling fan you wish had happened but didn't, or, outcomes that you wish, had went a different way, looking back on it?
Nah, I mean, it's all a story, man. It's just it's everything makes sense at the end of the day. So I can't really say, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm just a fan of wrestling in general. I was always upset that my homie Finn Balor, shout out to Finn Balor. That's my that's my family. You know, he was the Demon King, man. I'm still upset that they took away the Demon King from Finn. You know what I'm saying? Like how he just lost his belt. It was just like, come on, man. He was undefeated, just smoking everybody, and he lost on some like quick ass bullshit, like he was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know, that blew me. But because Finn Balor, that gimmick was just too ill, and the Fiend. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bray Wyatt. He just came back. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I'm big Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I met Bray before too. You know what I'm saying? Backstage before, he a good dude. You know, a lot of these guys I know personally now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I started off as a fan, but a lot of these dudes is like friends now. You know what I'm saying? Some of them grew to be family because, you know, after the matches, we hang out, all of that. You know what I mean? They come to my house, everything. You know what I'm saying? So I got some that's like real family members too. So, you know, I'm invested, man. I invest a lot of time. And, you know, I'm starting my you know, my fourth rope promotion. And you know, I'm trying to get everything together now because, you know, last year I performed at during Art Basel. I had an art show with a private party, and the day after I had a performance, and I called it Gun Basel. You know what I'm saying? So this year I'm taking Gun Basel to another level. It's basically a 3-day event now that I'm curating. So people know how I curate albums. I'm curating a 3-day event during Art Basel that I'm calling Gun Basel now. And the first night I want to do my first fourth row promotion. So I'm getting the belt made and everything right now. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be fucking crazy. The illest wrestler from some of your favorites, plus the top indies. Like, I'm not giving you no bullshit, some bumps I'm finding in the gym. I'm actually giving you people that you actually know. And some of the, if you know wrestling, you're going to be like, I can't even believe he's over here wrestling right now. Like, I'm getting the top guys. There's nothing that's holding me back from giving people the best wrestling in the world.
All right, let's move on to a couple of some of the features on the record that I wanted to ask you about. First off, Black Star, amazing grab for the album, unexpected. I mean, obviously, like knowing your taste, I'm not surprised that you'd be into Black Star, but you know, what exactly kind of inspired you to reach out to get them on the record? What about them and that song kind of made that a must for you?
I mean, first of all, there's some of the illest MCs of all time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm always about elevating and just curating the illest project I can think of. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's always different. Last year I had Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You know, this year I had Black Star and Doughboy. You see what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, the shit I do, bro. The way I curate is not being done nowhere in hip hop, nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I put anything on that, you can't even point it out. You know what I'm saying? I bring the illest producers of all time together. You know what I'm saying? The illest, you know, lyricists of all time together. You know what I'm saying? With the Griselda sound. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, it sounds like nothing else, period. You know what I'm saying? I can't, you know, the joint, the BDP joint with me, Rome and Stove, you know what I'm saying? Just going crazy, and the Montel Jordan come on, then to go right back to Stove is like, what the fuck am I listening to right now? I like to paint pictures. I like that you can't skip a record. You have to play it from the top to bottom. It's like I don't make it for you to skip. I wish it was where I make it one track. Like, I literally was going to do that one time, and I was like, no, I don't want to do it like that. You know, kind of like YouTube style. Like, you just got to press play. Like, it's only one track, but it's 28 minutes. You feel me? And I did that one time with a project called Raw's FLYGOD. It's like 16 minutes, and I switched the beat 5 times with all wrestling clips. You know what I'm saying? And I tried it that way, one track, 15, 16 minutes, but you know, I didn't want to do that, but I have thought about it just because it's a story. It's like you have to play it all the way through. You have to even understand it, to even get it.
I mean, you know, I appreciate the holistic approach. I feel it on every project that you put out. Science Class is another track that's like really kind of popping out to people for obvious reasons. As far as like, you know, who you had included on that one, Ray and Ghost, pretty obvious combo there, but like what made you decide that you had to get Busta Rhymes in on the track too?
Yeah, honestly, when I heard the beat, you know, I heard Busta Rhymes. I heard, but the crazy thing is, I heard like you know, the When Disaster Strikes Busta Rhymes, like the animated, you know, raw Busta Rhymes. You feel me? But he spit that shit on there, man. You know, I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? We was in the studio all night. He vibed. When he heard the beat, he went crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I told him Swiss made it and showed him how Swiss made it. Because, you know, Swiss made it on a private plane. You know what I'm saying? And he sent me footage. So I have that. I have the original footage of him making the beat on a private plane. And I let Busta hear it, and he just was like, yo, I had to get on it. But I already heard him on it anyway. That's why I played it. I was already being sneaky. Because I knew once I played it, he was going to be like, what is this? You know what I mean? And when I told him it was Swiss, he was like, I got to get on it. I'm like, yeah, you know, that was the purpose. You know what I mean? And he smoked it. You know what I'm saying? And once I heard his verse, I'm like, yo, Raekwon will go crazy just coming in right after Busta. Like that voice, that just smooth. You know, that Raekwon is, you know, top 5 to me. You feel me? So when he come on, it just give you that old school 90s Ray. You know what I'm saying? Just coming in just cool as hell. Like it was that old Ray feeling. And then, you know, him and Ghost. It's just like it's that sound, like the album just sounds so nostalgic. It give you those feelings, that Black Star shit. It give you them Black Star days. That Run of Jewels, it give you that Run of Jewels feel. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's Griselda, but I'm giving you those feelings that when you heard these certain artists the first time, it's like you hearing it like in their style, in their way. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just that's why so many people love it, because it reminds them of so many different projects, so many different songs, you know what I'm saying, that they love, you know?
And that's a part of the curation aspect. You're kind of curating vibes there.
Correct. And that's all I want to do. It's not about me ever being the best rapper. That's what I want to do. That's my purpose.
You know, I want to ask you, with all these hats that you wear and all this work that you put in between art shows, wrestling promo, label head, you know, and the music you put out on top of it, again, so prolific in terms of like your output generally. To what is your secret in terms of just avoiding burnout? Because it seems like you just continually are taking on more and more and more, and it's all kind of coming out quality no matter what you're doing. And yet, you know, it kind of seems like there's never a point at which you're like just stopping or breaking down or having to, you know, really just like put everything on hold because it's falling apart or you're falling apart in some way. It seems like you're keeping it together pretty nicely despite everything that's on your shoulders right now.
I'm the fly god, man. It's only one me, my brother. It's only one me. This is why I talk my shit.
So you attribute it to superhuman powers.
Yeah. Can't nobody fuck with me. When I say that shit, I mean it. Because they can't. And I always say it. It's not being cocky or nothing. That's how I feel about myself. And I prove it every year. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I come into this shit to do my part in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, salute to everybody else, but like, you know, I take this shit serious. Like, I wouldn't have came in this game if I wasn't going to be doing what I'm doing. I don't even waste time. I'm a businessman too. I was in the streets too. Like, I stopped doing that to do this. You know what I mean? So I said, if I'm gonna stop doing that to do this, nah, we got to be the best in the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this for my health. And you know, I always surround myself with the best as well, because you know, to be great, you know, you got to surround yourself by greatness as well. You know what I'm saying? And some people always want the spotlight to themselves. I've never been stingy. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted Benny to shine. I always wanted Conway to shine. You know what I'm saying? Go crazy on these beats. I know the best beats that's gonna bring the best out you. You know, I'm a curator. That's what I do. That's why everybody sound great, because I know exactly who to put on these records.
You know, that's kind of an interesting way that you put it a little while ago, you know, in terms of stopping one thing to do another thing. With the way that you're branching out currently, is there anything that you could see yourself doing or embarking on or sort of growing in your ability to accomplish that would pull you entirely away from music?
No. You know, fashion is my passion. I actually honestly love doing fashion more than music, to be honest.
Hmm.
You know, I said it before. People done heard that. It's not like it's new. You know, Griselda by Fashion Rebels was before Griselda Records. So that was always my dream, you know what I'm saying? And I'm finally reaching my goals, honestly, even in the clothing, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm finally getting those looks. I'm finally getting those, you know, respect conversations and moving forward and, you know, concentrating more on cut and sew and developing and building bodies out of silhouettes instead of just printing on some champion shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're really building hoodies from scratch, dyeing them ourselves, you know, and just giving out the quality, you know, and everything, just keeping it in house and moving. But, you know, I feel my clothing is going to get bigger in 23. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to be, you know, I'm going to hit next level in that department, because I have collabs coming that I can't speak on, but they next level. Like, I already know, like, once this shit drop, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, that's why I'm setting up the wrestling promotion right now, getting that involved. And what better way to do it during Gun Basel? Because I want, when you come to Gun Basel, I want you to come into my world. I want you to experience wrestling. You might haven't watched wrestling in 20 years. You're gonna leave that day and be like, yo, I love wrestling again. This shit was crazy. You know, the next day when you go to the art show, it's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be dope music playing, beautiful people. You know what I'm saying? Champagne pouring, some of the best art you ever seen with a great vibe, you know? And the day after that, you're gonna get one of the best hip hop shows you ever seen. You're gonna get Griselda and all my special guests. Who will want to miss that? It's gonna be crazy, you know? I want to do something that nobody else is doing for the people that's built like me, and for the people that love underground hip hop. I want to give my people a lane. You know what I'm saying? Because I still, no matter what, I'm still underground in my world.
I mean, speaking of that, to what do you attribute the fact that you've been able to, obviously in an artistic and an aesthetic sense, like keep everything that you're doing sounding underground, you know, sounding true to like a really classic and a really old school blueprint, but you are giving it like this kind of mainstream level of exposure?
Um, you know, honestly, just, you know, I love building with the builders. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just being authentic and just, you know, handling my own. I was able to, you know, befriend a lot of good people in the industry. You know what I'm saying? And I think just me becoming more involved with, you know, I have songs with Travis Scott. You know what I'm saying? I have songs with, you know, Tyler the Creator. I have songs with, you know, you know what I'm saying? Damn near everybody. You feel me? Like, I have, you know, different records, Mary J. Blige to, you know, and I can, you know, I always want to shout out Prodigy and Doom and DMX and Sean Price, because I was able to do a song with all four of those guys, and they all, you know, loved me and I loved them. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, you know, I did so much in this game that it's never been done, bro. You know what I'm saying? People can say what they want. I have a resume that's is unheard of. I'm talking about out of any artist is unheard of. If I made just a list of everybody who I'm dealing with, even to me having managed by, you know what I'm saying, Rock Nation and dealings with Hov, to, you know, dropping 2 projects, you know what I'm saying, over there with Paul and M, you know what I'm saying, that shit. Uh, You know what I'm saying? Like I've been with the biggest hip hop artists of all time. Like those are my guys, those are friends. You know what I'm saying? To feature everybody, every producer from Pete Rock to Primo to Alchemist to Swiss to uh fucking Just Blaze, you know what I'm saying? To just, Evidence, Mugs, you know, I done did everything, bro. It's like there's nothing I can really even do anymore. Virgil Abloh did my album cover, bro. Like, rest in peace. Like I did things that's never, you can never, it would never be this again. It would never be this. And
So,
still never song on the radio or nothing. I'm still underground, bro. On top of that.
okay, so with how you say that and frame that, which I don't disagree with anything that you've said, but after having accomplished all those things, and as you said, like nobody's doing this, I feel like I've touched everything I want to touch. Where does that sort of put your ambitions as an artist currently? With having felt like you've achieved all of these things that in your wildest fantasies you've achieved. What does that leave past that point? Inventing something that hasn't happened before?
I just did again last week, 4 days. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
4 days ago, I'm about to drop Michelle. Michelle don't sound nothing like 10. You see what I'm saying? People been listening to clips I've been putting on Instagram all year. Like, holy shit, this is going to be Westside Gunn's best album of all time. Michelle Records, do you hear these clips? They haven't heard one word yet. That's just off of instrumental. They're saying that this is going to be the best Westside Gunn album. So just imagine when they hear the fucking words. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine when they hear who's on these songs.
Got it.
That's a whole nother that doesn't even sound like 10 at all. So I'm having fun. I could do a whole album right now with my son, 10 songs that's trap and blow people fucking mind. If I want to, if I just want to have fun, I could go get his ass off the video game right now and say, son, play some beats. I'm in my studio now. You feel me? Well, so I can do whatever I want now.
I mean, speaking of that, obviously Griselda has been, putting out more records from like Rome Streets, Armani Caesar, so on and so forth. Like, are there any other names, either known or unknown, that you're planning to, expand into as far as the label's output in the near future?
Shout out to Rome Streets. Rome, can you say hi to the people?
Oh, he's there? He's just been chilling the whole time? He's been very chill the whole time.
I'm gonna hold this motherfucker. Yeah, no, Rome in the building, man. Shout out to Stove. Stove just left. You know what I'm saying? We working, man. This is we family, man. You feel me? So, I got YN Billy, of course.
Yeah.
He been with me for 4 years. He just been waiting for his opportunity. I had him since he was 18. He just turned 22. You know what I'm saying? But he giving that real, authentic, just Atlanta sound, man. It sound crazy. Of course, Bodie James. Can y'all see me?
It's a little choppy, but we can we hear you. It's a little choppy, but it's getting better now. It's good.
Okay, now I put it on a whole nother. I'm holding it to make sure we just good. I got it plugged up so we don't die or nothing.
Okay, good.
But yeah, Bodie James, of course. You know what I'm saying? Jay Worthy. You know what I'm saying? YN Billy. And that's it right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, of course, if I got to do something with Conway and Benny, we getting together. We're going to get together anyway. That's, that's happening. You know what I'm saying? It's just everybody been doing what they're doing, respectfully though. I'm saying, but we gonna come back together, of course, and get the people what they want very soon. I can't wait. We all can't wait. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? We just got to get the time to do it. Everybody grown, got families, got schedules. You know what I'm saying? They own companies going. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's you already know this is bound to happen any day now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, has it
that's
been,
really it. Michelle records. Just, you
Yeah,
know.
I just wanted to ask, has it been harder to kind of maintain those connections now that you guys have all kind of like grown in your own respective ways?
Nah, I mean, you see they on my album. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like if we need each other, we there.
Hmm.
That's one thing for sure. You know, you might not see us every day, but if I need bro, he's coming through. You know what I'm saying? I shit as soon as Benny even knew. Because, you know, I was working on Michelle Records. Nobody even knew I was working on 10. As soon as I started working on 10, I was done with it in a few days. You feel me? So um it was just like soon as Benny knew I was making it, he was in Atlanta too. He just came straight over. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like a send me nothing. He came straight over like, yo, ain't no way in the world you working on this shit and I ain't on it. I'm like, nah, I was about to call you anyway. But you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's just that's how we work, man. You know what I'm saying? We always gonna hold each other down. That's never gonna change.
I can't completely ignore this. There are a lot of people in chat, asking about the Gunlib project. Is that still a thing that's in the works, or?
You know, shout to Madlib,
Of
man.
course, of
That's
course.
family too. And big Otis, man. You know what I'm saying? The legend. Like, you know, the thing about it, you know, I'm real particular in beats in my beat selection. So it's really just gonna take me and him getting together, you know what I'm saying, and cooking it from scratch. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And it's like again, it's just about scheduling again, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, my energy was focused on Michelle, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I just wanted to do something in honor of my aunt, you know, who passed away. Actually, today is the year anniversary. She passed away last year today.
Mm.
So rest in peace, Michelle. You know what I'm saying? So everything I'm doing named after her.
Mm.
And so my energy was on that. And it was just a different vibe. It was elegant. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to just give people a different sound, you know, just real gallery flow. You know what I'm saying? Like you just play that shit literally like I wanted it to be like displayed in our gallery type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like take my shit to another level with that album. So I just had so many different ideas of what I really wanted to do, orchestras and all type of crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like just taking just my curation to another level because I'm real different, man. I be holding a lot of shit back, waiting for the right time to strike on a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm just a creative dude. And you know, like I said, man, you know, Michelle, just put it like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna be real. You know, Michelle is the focus still, but Gunlib still can happen. Let me just say it like that to all the people, because I know that's what they want. So I'm not gonna count that out. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's just we just got to get up together and cook. You know, of course, my focus is gonna go back on Michelle Records. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm done with that, if he you know got time and I got time, we need to just get together, go on an island somewhere. You know, let's go to Hawaii somewhere, just vibe out and just cook. Cause you know I don't want him. You know, he sends beats. You know what I'm saying? And you know, because he, you know, that's the thing. He wants to do the album. It's not one of these projects where it's like it's not gonna happen because some weird shit. No, I want to do the album. He want to do the album. It's just about timing. And you know, he sent beats for Vibe, and they all be great beats. But it's just like I'm going for a sound, like just a part of my curation. When I think of the Gunlib album, I have a certain sound already painted in my head. So it has to have that sound. But of course, if I'm just riding around in my car, I could play that shit from top to bottom. Like Madlib is insane. Do you hear this shit? But to go with what I'm trying to do, we got to cook it from scratch because it's got to have that sound.
Yeah, I mean, what you're trying to create there in terms of like a working dynamic, is that pretty much what you'd say you'd have? I mean, I'm guessing this is the case with like, you know, those stable producers that we hear from all the time in like the Griselda camp, because it doesn't seem like from what you're describing there that they're just handing you beats and you're like, yeah, this is good, this is good. I mean, are you kind of in there with them just being like, it's got to be like this, it's got to be like this, I'm feeling this vibe, I'm feeling this sound? Like, how involved are you in the beat making process in terms of how it's coming out? You know, when you are kind
Yeah,
of deciding on production and, you know, picking beats for projects.
yeah. So like I pretty much be with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Like, I usually just fly them out. You know what I'm saying? Or I go to where they are, and I just hear what they doing. You know what I'm saying? If I already hear something, I just snatch that. But if it's nothing, I'll be like, let's cook something. Or like, just cook something right now, and I, 5, 10 of them, and I pick out one or two. Um, Alchemist, I'm always at his lab, just going through shit. Like I just tell just play shit. You know what I'm saying? So we got that chemistry. You know, and I have enough beats right now that I love that I have enough for an Alchemist project. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to do an Alchemist project right now, I could. Because I definitely have enough to be, could lock in and just be like, you know what, let me get some smoke, let me get some champagne, let me catch a vibe, let me go somewhere and sit down and just cook this in 2, 3 days. I can have an Alchemist project in 2, 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Like easy. Because every last beat is crazy. And I just know it's just gonna come out of me. You know what I mean? Long as the vibe is there, it's nothing, that I can't just ride on if I'm feeling it.
I want to throw a few more questions at you before we let you go. Again, I appreciate your time. This one about kind of the Westside Gunn and the Griselda fandom. I guess I got to kind of intro this in a silly way. Have you heard that TikTok sound where somebody's like rapping in your style, but they're rapping about petting their cat?
No.
Can I show it to you?
Yeah, I think, go ahead.
I walk into the spot, who's that on the kitty bed? Had to stop, giving pats on his baby head. He's feeling good, now you start to hear him purr. How can I resist? I walk into the spot.
So like, when you hear stuff like that, where people have like ingrained their style into their mind, and they're sort of like embracing it in a way to kind of celebrate it and be funny, like, I don't know, does that feel at all surreal to you in a way that people are kind of like, have it that deeply like embedded in their DNA?
Nah, I don't nothing surprise me no more, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, for years, man, I done had murals painted of me across the world. You know what I'm saying? I done seen, tattoos with my face on countless people before my own 2 eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like the love is there, and I give. That's why I keep going, because I love them too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what keep me going. I done said I was gonna quit so many times before because I'm really not a rapper like that. You feel me? I love to curate though. But I'm not a guy that just sits in the studio or just got books and rhymes and no shit like that. So, I don't even be comparing myself to them type of guys. Respect to those guys, but I'm more for the curation. I'm still gonna spit too anytime I want to. You hear it on a Super Kick Party.
Right.
Anytime I want to rap, I can rap if I want to. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be chilling. I'm having fun. I'm swagging on shit. You feel me? I let everybody that want to be the best rapper, y'all can have that shit. I don't bother me. Even like the jokes and all of that shit, it don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, and that obviously for them to do that is love there. They want to take the time out their day to do that shit. I'm not against it. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but love to that shit. You know what I'm saying? I seen the one with the SpongeBob shit.
I've not seen the SpongeBob one.
I seen that shit. At first I was mad. That's the first one I seen. And I said I ain't gonna be mad at that shit, because it's like, they just making fun of the style I rap. But if you really understanding what I'm saying, I'm talking real shit. Like There's nothing about my shit funny at all. You feel me? So, and I'm a real dude, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't play games with nobody, so I don't like people play with me. But I also gotta understand, man, we having fun in this world. And I can't think like that. The old me would have spazzed on his ass. I would have been trying to look for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? but I didn't calm down. I'm having so much fun. I'm super blessed. Like I came a long way, bro. Music then brought me a long way, man. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful. I'm super blessed.
That new you, old you difference that you're kind of talking about there, because I mean, you know, through this whole interview, I'll say you strike me as somebody who's really down to earth. You have a strong sense of who you are. You don't, obviously, you know, you're proud of what you do, but you don't have this like overinflated sense of ego. Like, you know, you're happy to, as you were kind of saying earlier, if there are other rappers who are doing this or that or superior in some way, you're happy to let them shine or, you know, like show their talent and succeed. To what do you owe, you know, that transition that you made where there was maybe an old me that would have taken this to heart, but now there's a new me where I've kind of grown past that? Like, you know, is it a certain experience that kind of made you change your mind? Is it therapy? Is it, you know, just the wiseness that comes with old age? You know, what is it?
Well, I always was ahead of the game, man. Anyway, I always was like a young old man. Like I definitely was wise young, you know what I'm saying? And I always moved different. And, you know, just me being a father, man, you know what I'm saying? Just growing and having little ones, you know, because, you know, I was a kid that had, you know, kids, you know, and I was already I had kids in high school, you know what I'm saying? So I was already out there like that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's why I said with FLYGOD Jr., he watched me grow. He was there through all the street shit, the prison shit, all of that. Like, you know, so, but, you know, I also was able to provide and make sure he ain't never had to, you know what I'm saying, go out here and do no dumb shit. You feel me? Like I did enough dumb shit for all of us, you know, but now I'm also paying my family back tenfold for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now they can live with it, they can do whatever they want to do in life. You know, and that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, just I'm not a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just turned 40. I might look young and dress young and have a young spirit, but
You look
I'm
like a
40
spring chicken to
old,
me.
bro. Yeah, I'm 40. I'm handsome, man. But I'm 40, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I'm not a kid, man. I'm not little such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like I'm a young OG now, you know what I'm saying? So I leave that shit. I leave all the drama. You only live once. And I done already been through so much in life that nothing don't bother me no more, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing that can really like take me out my square for real unless you just disrespect on to just another level of, you know, the family or, you know what I'm saying? But like words and fake rap beef or some shit like that don't move me, man. I don't entertain that type of shit, bro. That's not me. You know, I come with respect and love to everybody. I fuck with everybody. It's not nobody I don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? If they don't fuck with me, that's salute to them still.
You know, I would love to, I mean, first off, love what you're saying, agree with what you're saying. As far as age, I'm not too far behind you. You're making 40 look good. So, you know, if I could be there at the at the point that you're at in a few years, that'd be great. We did an interview with Conway not too long ago. And at one point I had asked him, I think about a bar on his latest record, or maybe the one before that, where he had said something to the note of like being a rapper in his estimation is, you know, the most or one of the most dangerous jobs, period. And, you know, in light of, you know, what recently happened with, you know, Takeoff, you know, being murdered, I wanted to know, you know, do you agree with that sentiment as well? And is there anything about that situation that kind of gives you pause about, you know, the potential danger that you may be in just due to your visibility, you know, due to not being anything else other than just a rapper who has a lot of eyes on him?
Well, rest in peace, Takeoff.
Right.
For sure. Good dude. Good dude. I actually have a painting of him. It already in my house, a painting of him in my house. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, that, you know, painted by Mariella Angela. You know what I'm saying? And because I have the whole Migos separately, they'll paint it. You know, I call it the culture wall. They got a whole wall to themselves. because I think the Migos is one of the best groups of all time. You know what I'm saying? Easily top 5 of all time. They switch shit, they change shit. You know what I'm saying? And I always, every time I seen them, it was love. Like, I never seen him one time and it wasn't love. So, rest in peace to him. But, this is just a different time we living in, period, man. You know what I'm saying? The world is different. You know what I'm saying? It's dangerous for everybody. You know what I mean? It's just if something happened to one of us, you're going to know about it because of who we are. But this shit dangerous everywhere, man. Everybody got to be on their P's and Q's. It's not just us. You know what I'm saying? We human too. You know what I'm saying? So shit gonna happen to us just like it's gonna happen to y'all. You know what I mean? You no different than me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, it's a different day, of course. A lot more people know us and where we might got some flashy shit and all of that, but it's nothing you can really do but just stay protected, stay on point, man. You can't, life is life, man. You know what I'm saying? I me personally, like, I don't even think like that. You know what I'm saying? I move with God on, you know what I'm saying, on my side all day long, and I come with peace. You feel me? Like if I was on some fuckery and putting myself in, doing that wild shit, you could be like, oh yeah, that's expected. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a knucklehead. But the good people, it's like, that shit be coming so unexpected. You can't plan for that. Sometimes you can't even prepare for some of that. There's nothing you could do about that. So you just gotta live every day, just loving your family, man, loving your loved ones. You never know if fucking your last time you ever see somebody. So even if you got, that's why I don't have no issues with nobody, bro. Life too short. That's the point. Why be mad at somebody? Why I gotta have beef with somebody for? I don't entertain none of that. I don't gotta hate on nobody. I mean, people look at me like if I got some money, and in my eyes, I don't got shit compared to the people I be with and they money. You know what I'm saying? So it's always more. You know what I'm saying? Like, compared to some of the people I be with, my money ain't even is nothing. They probably got one car. You know what I'm saying? That's worth 10 million, 20 million. Like, I done seen it. You know what I'm saying? With my own two eyes of certain people. I know a lot of people. So I done seen a lot of shit. So it's like, that shit be senseless. A lot of shit going on just senseless. For real, for real. So it's not even no money. You know what I'm saying? It's not even. So it's nothing out here right now that's just gonna get, like I said, I'm coming with peace. So if you live with peace, man, just keep peace with you. You know what I'm saying? And just be a good person, because you want to be good while you on the surf, and when you leave, you want people to love and respect you and keep your name good as well. And, if you're not a good dude, they gonna treat you like that. But if you're a good dude, you're gonna live forever. Forever. You know what I'm saying?
Some strong advice.
For sure. I'm going to live forever, my brother. For real.
Fingers crossed on that. Thank you for coming through.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, sir. And I appreciate it, man. It's nothing but love.
I appreciate you. Hopefully,
every time I drop an album, it's classic too, man.
I know that.
I respect what you say, but everything I drop is classic in its own way. 10 years from now, when people go back and read this shit and look at this shit in history, and people realize what I've done and it's never been done before, and I get those roses and people understand it, and they gonna start studying my shit, because that series 1 through 10 gonna get studied one day. Mark my words.
Hey, listen, I think you're getting better and better, so.
Respect.
All right, have a good one, man.